I have $250,000 in Palantir, and I'm about to buy some more shares right now. Palantir is thriving despite recession fears, tariff issues, for two main reasons. One is government contracts, and they just landed a contract with NATO for adoption of military AI through their Maven system. Second reason Palantir is thriving is because of commercial success and Citi's 10x transaction volume using Foundry. Let's talk about these two big pieces of Palantir's business and the news. And I'm going to give you a 6 to 12 month price target on Palantir. So check it out. Despite recession concerns, Palantir is moving towards $100 per share, and it's basically like business as usual. This stock has been performing way better than the general market, and the stock hit a low of about $75 per share. Now, at $94 per share, Palantir locked in a massive defense contract with NATO, and they're basically rolling out AI systems called Maven. Maven is going to be used by NATO to make better real-time battle decisions with real-time data and machine learning. The Maven Smart System is an AI-driven platform designed to integrate and analyze data from various sources such as satellite imagery and geolocation data to enhance battlefield awareness and decision-making. Its deployment within NATO's Allied Command Operations, or ACO we'll call, is scheduled within 30 days, aiming to modernize the alliance warfighting capabilities. Keep in mind, this was the fastest defense tech contract ever secured by NATO. 6 months from concept to deployment is unheard of in military bureaucracy. Speed like that only happens when the stakes are high and the tech is irresistible and absolutely mandatory. And this adds another strong revenue stream for Palantir, which is fantastic for the business, the stock, and investors. Having a contract with NATO is so substantial. It's having a relationship with Europe, the entire Europe. This creates Palantir's moat even further. And a moat is exactly what skyrockets a business and maintains the stock share price. Palantir is already a leader in defense. It's already a leader in AI. But now it has an even stronger foothold. I personally have a degree in data analytics as well as finance and economics. And AI, machine learning, this is the biggest industry of the future. I already knew this when I graduated college, like over 8-9 years ago. If you're worried about the stock market, if you're worried about recession fears, this is the deal that actually should ease your concerns because it just means more investment into Palantir through Europe. The company is uniquely positioned in both public and private sector, which is very unique and unlike typical tech companies. Despite global economic instability and rising US tariffs, AI and cloud spending is up approximately 10%, benefiting US companies like Palantir. Now, we talked about the government side, but you also want to look at the commercial side, and things are absolutely ridiculous there as well. Citibank, which uses Palantir's Foundry, increased 10x, and what that really means is that Palantir is not only doing a good job with their software, it's building core relationships in the commercial sector. Foundry isn't just another dashboard tool, it's an enterprise-wide data integration and decision-making platform. It helps large institutions like Citi unify siloed data, automate insights, and make faster, smarter decisions. So when Citibank increases usage of Foundry by 10x, it's not just using more. Here's what's actually happening based on my research. So they're actually onboarding more departments. That means risk management departments, compliance, trading, operations, and more data pipelines are flowing into Foundry, which means that the software is being used more, making it more valuable. So the longer it's used, it basically has a network effect because more data goes into Palantir and the Foundry system, and company needs to use it more because they're more reliant on it. And more decisions are being made inside of the platform, meaning that they're never going to get off of the platform. Once they're on, they use it for all their data decisions and they use it as data funneling, so they're just glued. That's it. It's sticky. It's sticky software. Companies are building their internal processes on top of Foundry, and more users across the organization are logging in daily, meaning the stickiness only increases. This is exactly what you want from a software company, and this is exactly why software companies have huge multiples, and the price to earnings multiples on software companies are 50x plus. So this is a huge deal for Palantir and really bakes into my long-term price estimates of the stock. Of course, sticky software equals long-term revenue, and once Foundry is deeply embedded in daily operations, it becomes very hard to replace, and that's called high switch cost. It also signals that Foundry is solving real, painful problems, which makes it even more valuable. And big banks don't 10x their usage of anything unless it actually saves money because they don't have the highest profit margins. So if the bank actually sees that it's reducing risk or boosting performance, that's when they actually adopt and stick to a software, and that's clearly what's happening. This sets a precedent for other Fortune 500 companies. When other companies see that Citibank is scaling up Foundry, it's going to mean that other banks are also going to want to use it. And it validates Palantir as a serious enterprise player, not just a defense darling. What I also like about Palantir is they have amazing free cash flow and they don't really have that much debt. So look, again, I think the stock is going to head up to $100 here in the next month. But if I were to say what my 6-month price target is, I think we're going to see $125 per share and retouch this high right here. And I'm actually playing this with options. So right now, Palantir 94, I have about $244,000, and I'm actually thinking about doubling my position. And I want to put another $250,000 into Palantir. Currently, I'm up $185,000, as you can see on the screen right now. I have 2,600 shares. I'm thinking about buying another 2,600 shares and doubling my position in Palantir due to their success with government and commercial sector. Now, rather than just buying shares outright, what I'm thinking about doing is getting into the stock by using a sell put option. Let me go to Trade Palantir Options and show you the strike price and the expiration date that I'm going to be using to enter into Palantir. Now look, when I sell a put option, my goal is to get assigned. Many people get upset when they sell a put option and it goes down and then they get upset. Oh, well, this isn't safe. Well, it's actually safer than buying stock. Because if you were to buy Palantir right now, you would have to buy it for $94 per share. Instead of buying Palantir for $94 per share, if you sell a 94 put option, you are already going to make $360. You can see here by the premium. And it means that your break-even prices, I was on the buy call option. So let me actually go to sell put option. Let's go to step 1, sell put option. You can actually see here though, it's still 360, which actually makes a lot of sense because call and put options are typically worth the same amount of money when they're at the money. So when the stock is basically at the money, of course, it has an even chance of going up or down because, trading is completely random. And definitely in the short term, stocks follow something called a random walk. So they're as likely to go up as they are to go down in the very short term, which is why I'm not a short-term trader. I'm all about long-term investing and using options to create passive income. But, check it out. Sell put, if you go to 94, it's still 360 as the call option was. So 360 is what you'll collect, and the break-even price here is going to be $90.32. So you have a high chance of getting exercise here. But that's good because rather than buying Palantir for $94 per share, why would you do that when you can sell a put option and still buy it for $94, but get paid $360 to buy it for $94 per share? This basically makes your break-even price $90.32. And this is the exact strategy that I use with all of my students and all of my clients that are trying to scale from 100K to 500K and 500K to $1 million. You simply buy high-quality companies and you sell put options to get into them. I recently relaunched my ebook where I discuss in full selling put options, volatility, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, getting into companies, picking proper stocks to sell put options on. That is an ebook in my description. Once you purchase the ebook, it'll also give you an add-on option if you want to for a course that I recently made. To conclude this video, I am bullish on Palantir. Palantir has a fantastic business. I'm really excited to own Palantir and buy more of it despite recession and tariff concerns. Also, if you look at buying Palantir stock, you should instead consider selling put options. And there's a couple of different put options that you can actually sell. You can either sell something at the money, like 94. You can actually sell something in the money, like 96. And even if you go for in the money, you still get a good amount of premium, even more premium since it's in the money and there's a higher chance that you'll get assigned. In fact, the chances of getting assigned here on the 96 strike price is going to be a 58% chance based on the delta. So you can sell in the money if you really aggressively want to buy Palantir like me. You can sell 94 if you just want to, basically a 50-50 chance. Or if you want to actually collect income and be pretty safe, you can sell a 90 strike price put option on Palantir and collect a little bit less income, but also your chances of getting assigned here are 0.32. So I always teach option trading basics and fundamentals so investors can choose and learn how to fish for themselves because you definitely have a different risk profile than someone else. So I want to help you learn options and decide for yourself what strike price should you pick, what delta should you go for, and it depends on a case-by-case basis. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to have more videos on Palantir as well as other stocks that I own, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.